Hi, I'm Laura Zam, sexologist, author of The Pleasure Plan. Today, we're going to be talking about how to create a tapas menu. Tapas menu means we are going to venture into an area that I call tapas sex. Stay tuned. Thank you for joining me here to have this discussion about tapas menus. So, this is part 2 in a 4-part series. I really encourage you, if you're interested in this, and if you're here, I'm assuming you are, I encourage you to watch video 1, where I give you a breakdown, orientation, introduction to tapas sex. In this video, I want to focus specifically on how we create a tapas menu. Let's talk about how to create that menu for yourself, and then we'll talk about what to do if you've got a partner and you want to bring this into the equation. All right, the menu is simple. You're going to list about 10 activities that you like. Now, when I say like, I mean that they bring you body happiness, which is how I define pleasure. These can be definitely sexual, overtly sexual things that might bring you to orgasm, for instance. If you're solo, it could be using a particular sex toy. It might be masturbation, touching yourself in a certain way. It could be watching or listening to erotica or reading erotica. So it can be these sexual activities, but it can also be things that are sensual but not necessarily overtly sexual, like massage. Different kinds of massage. So this is what we want out of this tapas situation. We want to really grow our ability to expand our repertoire. We want to expand our erotic imagination. And so we can do that when we move beyond the overtly sexual. On the menu could be, like I said, massage, but let's break it down more. Scalp massage, foot massage, massage of the back that does not go below the waist, massage that is taking in the entire body, massage of just the backs of the legs, massage of just the hands. See? So we can start to really find things that are interesting to us. Because massage as a broad category might be like, but once we start to really break this down and start to bend our mind around, or our bodies start to maybe respond to the idea of, a scalp massage, that sounds good. All right, other items that we can put on our list. Well, all kinds of sensory delights can be there, including just lighting candles. That could be an activity. Setting up the room in other ways through fragrance, right? Spraying some perfume, for instance. Definitely the senses related to food, right? Since the whole metaphor is food, but you can have some treats. You can have something really yummy and delicious to drink. There's also relaxation techniques you can put on your list as activities. It could just be lying in bed, maybe naked. Or it could be lying in bed wearing some favorite lingerie or underwear, or something else that makes you feel beautiful. So our menu, as you can see, can be comprised of a combination of lots of little things, lots of different things that bring us pleasure. So that's how we do it when we're solo, and when you arrange a rendezvous with self, you would just choose 2 or 3 items from that menu and say, this is what it's going to be today, this evening. I'm going to work with these 2 or 3 activities. And just start with one and let it proceed. See how it goes. You may change your mind in the middle of it and say, I don't actually want to do that other thing, number 3, and maybe something else occurs to you. So there is a freedom here to also be spontaneous. Definitely. All right, how do we do a tapas menu when we've got a partner? Well, it's basically the same. You have that menu that you make by yourself, but your partner or partners make their own menu. Their own menu. Also about 10 items on each menu. What happens before you come together to choose the particular things you're going to eat that evening, let's say, so to speak, you are going to go over the menu with your partner, and you're going to have veto power over anything on your partner's menu that might make you feel uncomfortable. I mean generally, anything that would make you feel uncomfortable, that would be painful, that would be triggering, anything of that nature, you have veto power. In that way, you don't have to worry that your partner's going to choose something from their menu and it's going to be disturbing to you. So you have this kind of pre-selection where you go over the list, and you just really have to do this once when you each make that menu. You don't have to do it each time that you come together for lovemaking. You just have that veto power. So now you've got maybe a revised, each of you has a revised menu now, right? Because you did have that input from a partner. But so now you've got this, the real menu or the revised menu, and now each and every time you want to engage in tapas sex, each and every time you pull out the menu, and each of you chooses 2 to 3 items from your own list, from your own menu, and the other person chooses 2 to 3 items from their own menu. So now you've got 2 to 6 activities that you're going to work into some sort of fun melange, some kind of feast. Sticking with my food metaphor. How to do it? You can start with just one item, your item or your partner's item, and then just see what kind of occurs to you. You've got the list maybe here, on the side. Maybe you wrote it out. This is what we're doing tonight. This the 4 to 6 activities. And then you just spontaneously, organically flow from one to the other. I mentioned in the other video, tapas deliciously encourages us to check in with ourselves, much more so than the script of, let's say, foreplay, penetration. We don't have that script here, so we're just kind of going from one thing to another, and it forces us to pay attention to ourselves and ask, do I like this? Ask ourselves pleasure questions. Do I like this? Do I still like this? Do I want something else? Would something else be more pleasurable in this moment? So that is how you both create a menu and work with a tapas menu. In the comments below, tell me what you think. If this is something that you could actually do. Is this something that's interesting to you to try tapas sex? And any questions at all, just pop those in the comments and I will happily answer any questions. Okay, I will see you in the next video in this series. All right, bye.